Sorry about that, guys. I expected my last video to go longer. I don't know why the camera stopped short the way it did. Usually it would go longer, if not at least 4 minutes longer. I don't know what happened. But let's just continue on the review and let me just finish it. I was talking about the Charlotte, the match between not Charlotte, but the match between Becky Lynch and Natalya. I thought it was a good match. Like I said in the at the end of the last part, Natalya was working over the left leg, the left knee of Becky Lynch, and uh, overall, I thought it was a better match than the tag team match. It was actually a pretty good match. I wish though it would have gotten more time. If it would have gotten a good 5 to 10 minutes more of work, I think it would have been a pretty good match. With that said, it was still a good. I thought it could have been a great match. With that said, it was still a pretty good match. Um, the match after that was the Intercontinental Championship match. Going just by order. I'm not going by order, but I probably am not. I'm going by pure memory here, but yeah, the Intercontinental title match with champion The Miz and challenger Darren Young. I thought this was a decent match with a shitty finish. The finish, and first of all, I will say Darren Young actually looked like he kind of belonged in the mid card, so good for Darren Young. But what I didn't like was the absolutely horrific ending, horrible ending. It was it was when Maurice slapped. There were some outside shenanigans. With the managers, Bob Backlund, Maurice slapped Bob Backlund, and then she purposely fell to the ground, pretending that Bob Backlund hurt her. Miz came outside, confronted Backlund, pushed him down. Backlund acted like a crazy nutcase, which was the only saving grace of this. I love Bob Backlund. And Darren Young came out, attacked Miz with a crossface chicken wing, and then immediately afterwards they rung the bell. Wait, what? What happened? It's not like they were counted out. I didn't hear a 10 count. And it's not like Bob Backlund attacked The Miz or Maurice attacked Darren Young. There was not a disqualification, so what the hell happened? They rung the bell because they're a bunch of fucking idiots. I don't know why, because the referee's an asshole. So, and during this attack, Darren Young used the crossface chicken wing on Miz, beating the shit out of him. Now, afterwards, we had the Chris Jericho segment between Jericho and the returning Randy Orton, basically talking about the match um, up to SummerSlam. My only gripe about this was that it's not that it was a bad segment, but my only gripe about it was that it happened on Battleground. This is a segment that should have happened on Raw. I get Randy Orton's a big star, but this should have been saved for this should have been saved for Monday Night Raw or Friday Night SmackDown, whatever the show was going to be, because because um because it took away the time from the main event, which I'll get into. Overall, it was still a decent segment with Randy Orton hitting the RKO on Chris Jericho, but it was a segment that I could have done without. Um, I did like the joke though, where Randy Orton says, "Look, when I come back, I wanted to come back facing the biggest, obstacle on my way, and the biggest obstacle here was Brock Lesnar. It's not like I came back after 9 months and I faced Fandango." Basically, ribbing on Chris Jericho for facing Fandango at WrestleMania 29. That that was golden. Um, as far as the segment, other than that and another joke, the segment was just okay. It should have been done on Raw or SmackDown. Then again, I guess it couldn't because of the brand split. Necessary evil, I must say. um, the main event: Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, the Shield triple threat match that we've all been waiting for on another pay per view. Not Battleground, but something like SummerSlam or even better, WrestleMania. Uh, First of all, I thought this match was great. It was not as great as Owens or Zayn, but it was a great match. Um, God, my back. Um, just I thought these guys knocked it out of the park. I thought these guys. I will say though, the match should have gone at least the match should have gone 10 minutes longer. Honestly, I don't get why this match didn't go. Well, I know why the match didn't go longer because of the segment. Honestly, time of that segment could have gone to the triple threat match, but then again, this is Battleground. This is not SummerSlam or WrestleMania. This is not a 4 hour show. It's a 3 hour show. But I thought, despite that, these guys still had a great match. It was not as great as Owens and Zayn earlier in the night, but it was a great match. I thought it was definitely worth checking out. I think, and there was a lot of great spots here. I won't go into too much detail except for the ending, in which case, Seth Rollins did a move, I think. Roman Reigns hit the spear. Immediately after he hit the spear and was going to go for the pin, Dean Ambrose came in and hit Roman Reigns with the dirty deeds. And I will say this. I totally did not see that coming. I think all of us pretty much thought that the WWE title was going to go to Raw. Jokes on all of us. WWE title is staying on SmackDown just like it did back in 2002 to 2005. Wow. I totally did not see that coming. But hey, that means they're actually giving a shit about Dean Ambrose. Yes. But this does make the question, who faces him for the title at SummerSlam? AJ Styles? John Cena? Bray Wyatt? Randy Orton's busy with Brock Lesnar. Somebody, I guess. But still, I thought this was a big endorsement for Dean Ambrose. With that said, this was a pretty good show. No, there's one more thing I have to mention, and this is I think this definitely took away from the match. Not the match itself, but it took away a good few minutes of the match. It was giving a separate entrances for the GMs and the commissioners as they came out to cheer to watch the Shield triple threat. Like, I get it. Whoever the winner of the match is, the title is going to go to a respective brand. If Dean Ambrose retains, it's going to stay on SmackDown. If Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins won, it was going to go to Raw. With that said, I will say this. The fact that I love Daniel Bryan, I love Shane McMahon, I love Mick Foley. I could give two shits about Stephanie. But they all came out. I thought that took away a good few minutes of the match that could have been used to work a better match. But instead they used it to promote what was basically the Raw versus SmackDown era. Or basically another Rick McMahon family feud. Which, God knows we've seen too many of those. But other than that, it was still a great match. Anyways, guys, that is my review. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you haven't watched it, watch the show as soon as you can. And ratings will be in both. As what has been customary again lately was making 2-part videos for my reviews. I will be posting ratings in both parts of the videos, just so that way you guys are not confused. With that said, guys, I will see you later. My next review, I plan on reviewing WCPW's Built to Destroy, which comes on tomorrow night at 2 o'clock where I live. So, with that said, and it's actually airing in the UK, so Lundrick, if you're hearing this, you can watch a wrestling show that's not at like 1 o'clock in the morning where you live. It could be normal time where you live. With that said, guys, see you next time, and have a good night.